Yeah. Welcome to Eagan Civic Arena. We're live on Comcast, Eagan TV Channel 20, and around the globe on YouTube for today's game between the Eagan Wildcats and Rochester Lourdes Eagles. Rick Schreiber along with Kevin McKinnon. Kevin, we'll get to the game in a moment, but first of all, what a nice ceremony we just had to honor 25 years of girls hockey in the state of Minnesota and last year's third place finish in state.
Yeah, this is the 25th year of girls hockey, high school hockey in Minnesota, and there's celebrations going on all over the state. And we held ours today, and just a great recognition of how far the game has come and how far the girls have progressed in the game. That it's great to honor it. After that, obviously, showing the banner, unveiling the banner from last year's third place finish that the high school team had in the state tournament was just a great opportunity for those girls to be recognized again, and nice to see some of the girls from last year's team come back.
We had a great turnout for not just last year's seniors, but the alumni for the past 25 years. It's got to be nice for these players to come back, see their old stomping grounds, and check out the arena and see where the program's at.
Yeah, definitely, and certainly those girls have had a big impact on how this program has changed and how the game has changed. So glad that they could enjoy it too.
As the players take the ice, the opponent will be Rochester Lourdes, the Eagles, make the trip up from Rochester. Kevin, what can you tell us about the Eagles?
Well, the Eagles are, not a team to be taken lightly.
They're 6-4-1 on the year.
6-4-1. They're actually an A school, but they're one of the top A programs probably in the state. They're led by a pretty powerful and potent offense on the one of their top lines. Three of their players, Emma Schmitz, number 7, Sarah Dravis, number 10, and Clara Billings, number 15, really are the ones that are leading their team from a point production almost at 2 points a game.
As for the Wildcats, they enter this game with a robust 11-1 record. A very good start for the Wildcats. I'm sure Coach Wilson couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, probably coming in, I'm not sure you'd be expecting 11-1 at this point, particularly with some of the turnover, but boy, I'll tell you what, the newcomers have learned and learned quickly. And, so as we progress here into the tournament next weekend and finish off the first part of the season here, you got to be pretty happy with where you're at.
We're not quite done with our celebration of 25 years of girls hockey and the alumni. A very special alumni is going to be out at center ice here in just a moment. Natalie Darwitz is going to drop the ceremonial first puck.
Yeah, and just what an honor it is to have Natalie Darwitz here in the building today. On December 12th, she was inducted into the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame, and obviously an Eagan High School graduate. Absolutely set the world on fire with points and what she accomplished here at high school. And so it's great to have her back, for her to be honored here today.
And we'll go down now to ice level for our ceremony.
Championship with 1 minute and 8 seconds. sophomore number 4, Emily Rochester. At forward, junior number 6, Julia Parker. And at forward, junior number 10, Jenna Race. And the rest under Eagan Wildcats, head coach Dan Wilson, assistant coaches Jeff Coleman and Molly Sparks, your Eagan Wildcats. Officials for today's game and sanctioned by the South Suburban Conference are Stephanie Sukup, Kelly Deneen, and Thor Olsen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor our nation, please stand, remove your hats, and face our country's flag for the singing of the national anthem being sung today by Eagan High School student Mia Scott.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Very nice rendition of the national anthem by Mia Scott there, Kevin. And what a great way to end our celebration here with Natalie Darwoods at center ice dropping the puck. You and I both know Natalie. We went through a portion of her resume. She certainly has reason to have, a big ego, but she doesn't. Very humble, down-to-earth person. Great role model for these players.
Yeah, most definitely. And you know what? She just loves the game. And she's willing to and interested in imparting that knowledge and that passion to the next generation. And so kudos to her. What an awesome career she's had. And just such a great thing that she's from Eagan and we're able to do this for her today. And great crowd here to witness it, and couldn't be more happy for her.
Yeah, the number of goals she scored in her high school career would have been cool to see if YouTube was around back then, or the internet, to just watch some video of her skating and weaving through traffic like there were cones.
Yeah,
it's an unbelievable number.
But even back then, the game has come a long way.
Yes.
But even back then, there were some very, very good girls hockey players.
Well, Chrissy Wendell played against her.
Exactly.
Yep, absolutely.
And so even today, she would still be a prodigy, if you will, coming out of Minnesota. And so what she accomplished, obviously, will probably never be beaten. So,
I can't imagine that being the case. So we are now set for today's main event. Eagan Wildcats against Rochester Lourdes Eagles, and we're at center ice for the real face-off. Not quite as dramatic as the last one, but I also wanted to say hi to our friends in Rochester watching us live on YouTube, Eagan TV's YouTube channel. As we're set to go at center ice, Jenna Rees on the draw, and she wins it. And this is Poplinski, plays it up the boards and out of the zone, shipped ahead to Rees and into the zone. Forechecking is Barger, race to the puck with Smith, and Smith wins the race this time, comes out of the zone and played out of the ice. This is Billings across the line for Lourdes, shot blocked there by Poplinski, loose in the slot. Billings gets it back, just wide of the net there. Kept in by Smith, played behind the net. This is Rees looking to set up. Outlet for Barger on the half wall, waiting. Telegraph that one, and back come the Eagles. Barger gets it back. She's taken down, play goes on. And this should be offside. No, it's good. They call it good at the line. Rees gets it out. And now Barger played down the ice, and they are going to call icing here. Good pace so far, Kevin, a minute in.
Yeah, that was interesting shift there for the start. You know, the Wildcats just got to get their heads on here. They've had a little bit of celebration here before the game.
Yep.
Hopefully they're really pumped up and ready to go here, though.
So McKinnon on this face-off against Dravis, and referee or linesman says, "Hang on."
Referee's still talking to somebody over at the bench there.
Excellent. We're going to get a different puck.
Well, you know, I did notice it was sticking there a little bit, and you'd think that having been a while since the flood that things would be tightened up, but it just wasn't.
Yeah, even in Eagan Arena, it takes a little bit longer for the ice to settle. Play in the Wildcat zone here. Loose for McKinnon. She's being hassled by Dravis, and she plays it ahead for Hansen and gets it out of the zone. But Dravis comes back the other way. Forced wide by Coleman. Played to the center for Pladsen. Up the boards and Stiff. 2-on-2, Stiff and Hansen into the Eagle zone. Just out of the reach of Hansen. And played by Smith for the Eagles. Good play here by Cooper to break up that outlet. And she'll play it deep into the Lourdes zone. Good play there, Kevin, by Cooper to anticipate that.
Yeah, and it was actually a good timing because the rest of the line had gone off for a change. So
played into the neutral zone. This is Poplinski at her own blue line. Head man for Schulberl, and she's tied up, but played into the Lourdes zone for Smith of Rochester.
No Alyssa Hennessy today. She was hurt in Lakeville North the other day, hurt her knee, so one of the junior varsity players, Emily Schulberl, is getting a crack here.
Good observation, Kevin, as Smith plays it to the Wildcat blue line.
Got to be careful there, too many.
Referee says play on, and Cronkite carries it across the line. High slot, Cronkite around one player, through traffic, backhand shot on goal, and covered and held by Hansen for a faceoff with 14.5 to go in the first period.
Yeah, Emily just had the puck on a string there. Went around and kept the puck from three different players. So fortunately got it to the net, no rebound or anything.
Starting lineup back out there for the Wildcats as it's in the corner. Battle for the puck. Ratzlaff there for the Eagles when it comes around. This is Hansel, played up on the half wall for Schmitz, and Schmitz has it at center ice. Wildcats regrouping now at their own blue line. Barger into the zone, being shadowed by Schmitz as it now comes to Ratzlaff. In the corner, battle for the puck, 2 against 2. Now at the point, Poplinski. Just out of the reach of Rees. And Ratzlaff now in the corner for the Eagles. Looking to break out, but good pressure here by Rees to keep it in. Rees turns it over. Backhand shot by Rees, and a big save there by Hansen. Best scoring chance of the game for either team. Good individual effort by Jenna Rees. This is Schmitz for the Eagles across the line. Knocked off the puck by Hansen. And Erickson with it.
Just overskated the puck a little bit there.
Poplinski outlet for Rees. Knocked off her stick, though, on a good play by the Eagles. Centered. No one there except for the captain, Brooke Poplinski. And she'll play it down the ice. And they were going to call icing here if it gets there.
Smartly. Oh.
Almost. Almost had the right amount of power on it.
Yeah.
Little of that fresh ice sped it up a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are kind of trying to feel each other out a little bit here at the start of the game. Hasn't been a whole lot of flow yet, but see if the Wildcats can get something going.
Off the draw, it is Pladsen. Plays it ahead to Stiff on the half wall and out of the zone. McKinnon, pressure on the Eagles, played back in. And behind the net, Pladsen there. Behind the net, played ahead for McKinnon now in the corner. And Hansen on the half wall, looking to get it out, though, kept in by Smith. Shot and got through. And a save there by Nichols. She got the blocker on it. McKinnon leaves it for Pladsen.
Oh.
At the point, Smith deflected. And kept back in by Smith, played behind the net. Dravis, Schreiber knocks that that pass out of the lane. And now Pladsen behind the Wildcat net. Battling with Fleming. To the point now for Smith. Wrist shot wide of traffic. Pladsen takes her player down. Play goes on. Schmitz and Pladsen battling. Stiff in to help out, and now McKinnon. 12 minutes to go in the first period. We're scoreless. Played through the crease for Pladsen and out of the zone. Wildcats will regroup in their own zone, and now it's center ice. It's played in. Poplinski there. She carries it out, looking for Barger. That won't go. And Erickson off the bench. At her own blue line, has it taken by Dravis. Rubbed out by Poplinski. And played up for Cronkite. And now Barger, players collide. Barger gets it into the Lourdes zone. This is Ratzlaff ahead. Looking for Wick, that wouldn't go. Bodies flying everywhere, Kevin.
They are, and a couple things early here. In the defensive zone, we've given the puck to their D 3 times. You got to be a little bit sharper on the wall there. You got to make sure that either's getting out or you're just eating it. A good shot there by Julia, but we need a little bit more offensive time here in the Rochester zone.
Off the draw, controlled by Lourdes. Played ahead by Hansel and out of the zone. This is Poplinski at the red line, plays it right back in.
These two teams did play last year, Doc, in Rochester. Eagan won 7-4.
Okay.
And it was actually the first year of the program of Rochester Lourdes last year.
Is that right?
Yep.
Well, good for them. Always nice to see more girls getting opportunities to play varsity hockey in the state of Minnesota.
Absolutely.
This is played down the ice. I want to say hi to Josh Sibley, who may be listening right now. I understand he's picking up a new truck on his way back to Eagan. So shout out to Josh. He's the one that made this broadcast possible. It was not on the original schedule, but he did some finagling and got a very nice game and ceremony on TV. Cooper on the draw against Fleming, and the linesman says referee actually stopped that one. Kevin, not sure what happened.
Yeah, I think there's a little encroachment there on the wingers on the board side, actually.
We'll do it again. It's going to be Marsh taking the face-off now. And she wins it for Poplinski. That's Pladsen, rather. Looking for Marsh, and it's played into the Wildcat bench for a face-off. Kevin, here at Eagan TV, we are a knowledge-based operation, and occasionally we take questions from the viewers at home. Mike from Fairmont wants to know about the banner unveiling. How big a deal is that to have a banner unveiled when you can come back many years later and see a banner with your year on it, knowing you contributed to that success?
Yeah, anytime you see that, I've been fortunate enough to have been on a couple of championship teams where I go back and I see that, and it's pretty special. It's quite, it just brings back so many good memories and certainly memories that you share with some great teammates and friends that you make along the way.
Knowing that that'll be there forever, it's got to be kind of a neat thing.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
Turned over here, Schobro back to live action for Cooper at the dot. Played to the net, and it comes to the Eagles. Fleming across the line. There'll be a penalty here as Fleming draws the penalty.
I couldn't tell who the Eagan player was. It looks like it's Cooper. Might be slashing, is it?
It is going to be, you are correct.
Slashing, 2 minutes.
First power play of the game goes to the Eagles. Face off to the left of Nickel. Shots 3-1 in favor of the Wildcats. Been a pretty even game. And you're right, Kevin, the Wildcats have to clean those turnovers up, especially now, being a player short. At the point, it's Hansel. And now for Schmitz. And Dravis in the corner as the Eagles set up on the half wall. Schmitz with it. Again to the point for Hansel. Taking their time with the Eagles. Played to the net. Deflected. And Cronkite there to sweep it out of harm's way. Played down the ice. And Hansel has it for Schmitz and played ahead. Weaving through traffic. Billings plays it into the Wildcat zone. Schmitz with it to the point for Hansel. Return pass to Schmitz. Very patient power play here for the Eagles. Pad save there as that got through. And played down by
Good play
Barger.
by Jules, yep. Get it all the way down.
Pressure by Cronkite, shorthanded. She wins the race to the puck. Ties her player up, almost causing a turnover. As the remaining Wildcats wait at center ice. Still a minute to go in the Lourdes power play. This is Smith across the line, deflected by Poplinski. And Poplinski with it now. Play it up. Bouncing puck, almost to McKinnon. Had a great idea, but back comes Wick across the line. Forced wide by Erickson. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Smith at the point. Get it back. Poplinski tying up two players and comes away with the puck as she's being hassled. 1 against 2, 1 against 3. Look at the power of Brooke Poplinski to fight through that, Kevin. Wrist shot on goal. Nickel to save there.
I don't think Maddie even saw that.
If she did, it was very late. A good screen. Rees with it, 15 seconds. This should just about do it for the Lourdes power play. Rees to the net, just wide. Now McKinnon, she's tied up. And it comes to Hansel. McPeak plays it across. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. It's played into the Eagan zone. Cladson leaves it. Headman's a good outlet
Nice
there.
play by Maddie.
Found Marsh across the line from the dot. Marsh saved and covered by Hansen for a faceoff. 7.5 to go in the first. We're still scoreless. Good game here, live from Eagan.
Yeah, good penalty kill there for the Wildcats. Brooke was manhandling 3 players in the corner. She's just been so fun to watch the last few years with this high school program.
Played varsity since 8th grade. That's an accomplishment in itself. As we're back in the Lourdes zone, almost a centering pass. Players tied up behind the net. And it comes to Billings for Lourdes. She's taken out. Carries the puck into the zone, though. Cooper with it. Plays it around for Marsh. Her pass won't go when it comes to Schmitz. Waiting for the zone to clear as Schmitz. It does, and she plays it right back into the Wildcat zone. Cladson in the corner. As the Lourdes Eagles change. Cladson around one player at the red line. Slap shot. Hits traffic and comes to the Eagles. Stiff pestering the Lourdes player, Wick. And McKinnon now gets it. Played ahead and a good outlet for Hansen. Around one player.
She's got Mallory.
Center, no, to the net. Mallory played it with the high stick, but it's touched by Lourdes. Good idea there on a rebound. And back comes the Eagles. This is Heim into the zone, but Erickson has it. Stiff pass intercepted and back. Another turnover, Kevin. You mentioned that. There's been, maybe it was a little bit of early game nerves after the ceremony. This is not characteristic of the Wildcats at all this year.
No, it sure isn't, but even there, a little bit stronger play. It's got to get over, got to get behind the D.
You don't go just out of the reach of Cronkite and wide of the net for an icy. You don't go 12, 11, and 1 with that type of play in your zone.
No, you don't, and I know that this coaching staff certainly preaches defense and takes pride in the defensive game. And so far this season they've done a pretty good job in their own zone.
Absolutely,
you gotta give them a lot of credit.
Which is why it's so uncharacteristic.
That's right.
Early on, but things will settle down. This is Schreiber in the corner with Rees. And squirts out, and Rees around one player out of the zone. Good eye there to get it to Cronkite. And it's good at the line. Kept in by Barger. Played it into the corner. Ratzlaff with it. Played around the boards. Lourdes looking to break out. Pressure by Rees. We're down to 5.5 to go in the first. This is Ratzlaff. Played ahead for Schmitz. Broken up, though. Still gets through. And Wick plays it into the Eagan zone.
Good play by Rochester Lourdes. You saw they get over the red line, dump it. All three are changing.
Yep.
You got three more coming in. Pressure right away.
Rees gets it into the zone temporarily, but Lourdes gets it back.
See, that's what I'm kind of talking about there. We turned it over. We've seen a lot of the Wildcats coming across the red line, dumping it, going to get it. We've got good speed. We've got great forecheck, and those are cases where you got to use it.
Good observation as we now set up in the Wildcat zone. The Nichols right. Shots 5-3 in favor of Eagan. We're down to under 5 minutes to go in the first period. Maria Cooper on the draw. That's played behind the net. Poplinski there for Schulbrough. And played not quite out. Smith kept it in. Played to the net. Nickel one save. Rebound straight away by Poplinski.
Another one of those board plays we were talking about earlier.
Lourdes with it. They're putting some pressure on here. Shot to the net, just wide. And Schulbrough there on the half wall battling with Billings. Billings takes it away. Plays it to the point for Smith. Her shot hits Schulbrough. Schulbrough gathers it, but can't quite get it out. Now she does on a good play there. Played right back in. Oh, this should be offside, and it is. A little extra pressure here by the Eagles this last 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, and again, the question that if you're watching it, are the Eagles doing that, or are we giving them opportunities to do it? And so you want to limit the amount of issues that you're having with the play in your own end, as you know.
Back in the Wildcat zone, it comes off the face-off. Battle here between good players, Dravis and Poplinski. And now Erickson plays it up, looking for stiff. That wouldn't go. McKinnon with speed across the line at the dot shot, and Hansen the save, and she holds for a face-off. That shot handcuffed her. Face-off now in the Eagle zone to Hansen's left. Same personnel for both teams. Actually, the Lourdes changes their defenders.
Defense, yep. 6-4 shots on goal, Eagan up.
Face-off went for McKinnon at the point. Poplinski tees it up, deflected, and a great deflection there. I'm not sure who got a piece of it, but it might have been stiff.
Mallory Stiff just touched that, and what a great little tip by Mallory.
Yeah, almost. Great hand-eye coordination. Those are those softball skills that are coming in handy.
That's exactly what
Stiff.
that is.
We'll go to the other side of Hansen for another face-off. And a face-off win again for McKinnon. That's 2 in a row as Stiff gets the puck in the corner. And it squirts loose. And Lourdes has it and plays it out of the zone. 3.5 to go in the first period. Battle here. Erickson battling with Dravis. Dravis gets it. Lourdes with it, setting up shop. Now at the point for Smith. Cross ice for Hansel. Her shot. And again, I don't think Nichols saw that one. It went wide. Hansen with it at center ice and plays it deep for a line change. As the Wildcats change all 5 players here, wholesale change.
Again, smart play by Greta there. Get the red line, get off, get a change, get fresh legs out there. That's got to go deep.
Coleman knocked off her stick, and Lourdes has it. At center ice, played into the Wildcat zone, race to the puck. Platson gets there first. Oh, possible turnover here, but no. Barger falls.
Lost an edge there.
Don't see that too often.
No, you don't. Just lost an edge.
Play behind the net. Coleman plays it for Platson, out of the reach of Barger, and down the ice. Won't be far enough for icing as we're down to 2.5 to go in the first period. Lourdes with it, looking to break out.
Just a little out of sorts, it seems, so far.
One last chance maybe for the Wildcats as Rees across the line at the dot. Shot. And
good hard shot.
Slow shot and no rebound there. Good save by Hansen. She'll hold for a face-off. 2:11 to go in the first. We're still scoreless from Eagan Civic Arena. Face-off to the right of Hansen. Cooper will take this draw. And she wins it to the point. Oh! Almost turned over. It does come to Lourdes. So Wildcats looking to get something going here in the Lourdes zone. Misplay there by Lourdes, kept in by Poplinski for now. Cooper there as well. Poplinski tried to get it to the point, but no. Played back down the ice.
Icing?
They are going to call icing.
They got it.
Eva Erickson with the right speed there to get to that puck.
Yeah.
Not too fast, not too
right.
slow.
That's true.
And we'll go back into the Lourdes zone for another face-off. Wildcats have been good so far today on the face-off, Kevin.
They've been very good on the face-offs. And good support, too, from the wingers.
The wings, yep.
The wingers are coming in and helping their centers.
Cooper will take this face-off again. As I say that, Lourdes wins the draw for Smith. She's taken out in a good play by, they're going to call Cooper for her second penalty. A little love tap there. Going to be a little too much for the referee. And the Lourdes gets their second power play of the game with 1:41 to go in the first period. Face-off will be all the way back in the Wildcat zone. Let's see who they send out. It's going to be Barger, Cronkite, Erickson, and Poplinski for the Wildcats. Billings takes this face-off for Lourdes. And Poplinski has it. Tried to play it around, but a good play by Dravis there to pick that off at the point now. Hansel with it. From the point shot, just over the net. Good scoring chance there. Ratzloff with it, battling with Erickson. It comes to Lourdes. Now Schmitz on the half wall. Centered, and played just wide by Billings. Kept in by Lourdes. This is Ratzlaff with it. And now Dravis. Minute to go in the first period.
1 minute remaining.
Power play
Period. 1 minute.
for the Eagles as we're scoreless. Schmitz to the point for Hansel. Patiently waiting. First an opening. Schmitz at the dot. Blocked by Poplinski. And race for the puck here. Erickson 1 against 2. Buying some time, but it comes to Lourdes. Billings around one player to the point. Shot by Hansel. Good hard wrist shot. Blocked. And Poplinski ices it. Half minute to go in the period and a minute to go in the Lourdes power play.
Oh. They got that.
Barger is elbowed hard into the boards. It'll be 4-on-4 for the remainder of the period.
I mean, great hustle by Julia getting down there. That clearly is something that you cannot do in girls hockey.
Correct. A little delayed reaction there by the referee. I was getting a little worried that they weren't going to call it. Face off. Now in the Lourdes zone. Teneri's on this face off. But play it up and out of the zone. Billings gets a roughing penalty, they're going to call it. Poplinski at her own blue line. One last chance, 4-on-4 as it's played in to the Lourdes zone. Smith there being pestered by Barger. Now with it is Hansel, wasting time smartly as time winds down to end the first period. Scoreless from Eagan Arena after 1. Shots 8-5 in favor of the Wildcats as players exit the ice. We're going to stand by. Kevin McKinnon is down at ice level. I understand he has some alumni players that are here as we set up. We got a great turnout of Eagan alumni here, and they are some of them down at ice level with Kevin McKinnon. We're going to go live to Kevin right now.
I play at Hamlin University now with Coach Darwitz as my coach.
Awesome. Taylor, what's your favorite memory of playing high school hockey for the Wildcats?
My favorite memory would probably be like all the road trips to Duluth and stuff with all the girls. That was the best time, just being as like together as a team.
Awesome. And what about in youth hockey? Any mentors, any favorite coaches, those types of things?
Definitely Natalie Darwitz. She helped me when I was young, and I always played outdoors with her. And just growing up under Natalie Darwitz is probably the best memory I've had, and now I still play for her, so it's been great.
Awesome. And how about today, being introduced as an alumni here, the pride that everybody has in certainly what the team accomplished last year, but what this team has accomplished since inception.
Yeah, it definitely hit home. I'm just so proud of the girls and seeing them even continuing on and still doing well. It's just happy to be, an alumni of Eagan. Still proud.
And so, were you expecting to play after high school? Was that something that you always had a goal to do?
Yeah, it definitely was. So I started playing hockey when I was 3, and I knew right away, I wanted to play college hockey. I didn't know where I wanted to go or anything, but just the dream of continuing hockey was always fun, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thanks for coming by, Taylor, and congratulations on your success. Awesome that you got to be part of that today, and get us a picture for our alumni wall. And when you go back there, see if you can get some of the other girls to come over here. We'll get Kayla Breeze is coming. Yeah, thanks, Taylor. Hi, Kayla.
Hi.
If you could give your name, year you graduated, and what you're doing now.
My name's Kayla Breeze. I graduated in 2018, and I am playing hockey and going to school at Gustavus Adolphus College.
Awesome. And Kayla was a huge part of last year's team that obviously was celebrated before this, unveiled the banner today. How special was that?
It was awesome. I mean, that was a big deal, that they put all this together. I wasn't expecting it to be as cool as it was.
Well, I tell you, what you guys accomplished not only last year, but obviously since the program has started, girls hockey has come so far. Can you talk a little bit about how that's prepared you, obviously, for where you're at today playing hockey at Gustavus?
Yeah, I mean, playing at Eagan, I didn't have that hard of a time adjusting to the college play. I mean, I thought that high school hockey in Minnesota I think it's pretty, it's a pretty good competition, for all the schools. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And certainly Eagan being a AA program and what we accomplished last year, you're getting lots of competition and those types of things. What's your favorite memory of playing high school hockey here? I know you played a long time, I think 4 years for the Wildcats.
State tournament last year for sure, by far.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I also wanted to ask you one more question.
Yep.
Youth hockey.
Yep.
Any favorite memories, and how about any mentors, any coaches that you just want to thank?
My favorite memory, maybe by far my favorite hockey memory, was the U12A state tournament. And as far as coaches, Mark Barger had a huge impact on me and my play, along with Mark Zesba.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming by, Kayla. See if you can get one other of your friends over here. All right. We're going to see if we can get a couple other alumni here. They're here for the day. Alicia Simahowski. Alicia.
Hi.
Name, year you graduated, and what you're doing now.
I graduated 2018, and I'm now a cellular and molecular biology major at Winona.
At Winona, great. What's your favorite memory of being part of the Wildcats high school team?
All the times we just hung out as a team, whether it was during practice, before, after, pasta feeds, all that, just hanging out with the girls.
And how about today? How special was that for you on the unveiling of the banner? You took part in that last year. Obviously a great thing for the program and for that team.
Yeah, it was really cool because this was the group of girls I went to state with twice in my youth hockey, and so it was really fun and special to be able to go senior year, and now we're on that banner that we looked at all youth hockey and all high school hockey, wanting to be up there, and now we are.
And that's going to be there forever, so that's a pretty cool thing. Kayla actually mentioned that too, her 12A state tournament appearance. Any favorite things from growing up in youth hockey in Eagan, and any mentors that you would like to thank about now?
My favorite memory was just always having a great group of girls to work with and be with, and to always have just such great friends, and I know they'll be lifelong friends. And as of mentors, my dad was my hockey coach from the moment I learned to skate till high school, and still high school, just off the ice, and looking and watching my brother play hockey. He was a goalie as well, so both of them are really great mentors for me.
Awesome. Thanks, Alicia. Good to see you. Send over Lexi. We got one more here. Thanks, Lexi. Name, year you graduated, and what you're doing now.
Okay, my name's Lexi Wilson. I graduated in 2015, and I am a senior at Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and I play hockey there.
Oh, awesome. And so can you just say your favorite memory playing with the Wildcats?
My favorite memory, would be, I think it was 2014, not even my junior year. So my sophomore year when we went to state and we got 5th place in state.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So how special was that today, being an alumni, being recognized here, and then watching the unveiling of the banner?
Well, I know my dad, since he's the varsity coach, he was super excited for this, and he's put a lot of work into this. So it was fun to see it all unveiled, and especially the hard work that the 2018 team did and got third place at state. So it was really cool.
Yeah, awesome. And so what are you planning to do after college?
So I'm going to take a gap year before I go to school to get my master's in occupational therapy.
Nice. And what about youth hockey? Any favorite memories, any mentors?
Well, I loved having my dad as a coach. So that would be my favorite memory, is just having him always there with me.
Awesome, awesome. So that is pretty special, actually. Coach Wilson, his daughter Lexi, here to join us today. I know you've been at a couple of other games. What do you think of the team so far?
They're fun to watch, and Eagan's really gritty, so we work really hard. So it's just fun seeing the girls and like getting to know them. And 'cause I coach sometimes STP with them with my dad, so seeing like summer and now it's nice to see the change.
Awesome. Well, great to see you. Thanks for coming. Glad you could be part of today. All right. Anyone else? I got one more. Abby Barger. Abby, name, year you graduated, and what you're doing now.
Abby Barger, 2018, and I'm at the University of Minnesota.
Awesome. And so how special was that today? Obviously the banner unveiling and being recognized, obviously, with the rest of your teammates from last year.
It was really cool. As you can see, like we haven't had a banner reveal since 2013, so it was really special to be out there.
And what about favorite memory from your time? I know you played 4 years with the Wildcats. Favorite memory?
For sure the state tournament last year.
Good, good. Any plans after college? I know you're only in your first year.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to do yet, but I think I'll probably have to go to grad school I want to do something medical, so.
I know you've also been to a couple of games. What do you think of the team so far this year?
They're definitely younger than we were last year, but I think they're definitely getting better as I've seen them.
Yep. And one last question from the youth hockey days. Any special memories? Any favorite coaches? I know your dad was your coach for a long time, but anything that you remember from obviously taking part in Eagan youth hockey?
Yeah, for sure just the girls I grew up playing with, and we've all kind of stayed together throughout the years. Even though some haven't continued playing, they come and support, and it's been really fun.
Well, it's awesome you guys are all here today. Awesome you could be recognized. And congratulations on last year, and best of luck to you in the future. All right. There you go, Doc. I'm not sure we got any more alumni to come, but you got a good glimpse of some of the girls that were able to be recognized here today, some of the girls from last year's team, and we're just so proud of them and so proud to honor Eagan girls hockey. So thank you.
Hey, back for the second period here. With me is Mark Barger. Mark, what do you think?
Well, you know, it was kind of a nothing period last period. Not a whole lot of chances there. I think we need to pick it up. We get 8 seconds here. We'll be on the power play here for about a minute 15. See if we can't get something going here. You know, the girls they weren't cycling. They weren't working it down low. They need a good shift here.
All right, here we go. Hey, here's Jen Reese. We're on the power play now. There's Pablinski over to Cronkite. The puck gets stopped in the ice. A bad job.
It's twice now the puck is totally stopped because of the ice. You need to let that set up.
Okay, back there with the puck. It's Brooke. Pablinski gives it up to Barger. Here comes Julia, and there's Emma Schmitz, who's been a pain in Eagan's side since she was a U8 there, Mark.
Yeah, she sure has. She's a good little player. She's crafty.
All right, here we go. We got Barger, gets it out to Jenna Reese. Reese on one player, and there's that ice again.
Still fighting the water here, which is a shame because we're on the power play.
Yep. Here comes Reese. She gets taken down by Wick, no call, but it comes back to Cronkite. Cronkite slipped this up front. Platson with the try. It comes up Felicity, one-timer, and Hansen with the save and no rebound.
That was a good shot by Brooke. Brooke put it on the net. There was 3 Eagan girls right around the goalie. Goalie did a nice job of the rebound. She covered it up. No rebounds at all. So nice play there. We got 23 seconds left. Good time to set it up. Get some shots here. Try getting this goalie's eyes.
Right, here gets Reese against Dravis. Dravis wins the puck, but it comes back to Barger. Barger slows it down, gives it to Pablinski. See the shot. There's a tip by Platson. Oh, and she just missed it.
It's a nice tip by Maddie there. She just got a little too much of it, actually.
Stick that big body in front. It's tough to move her. There goes behind that. There's Cronkite. Cronkite's taking a look at it.
Got time to go
there's a second back. The lead's at the front. And Schmitz comes with it. Oh, they got a 2-on-1. It's Schmitz and Billings. That's Dravis.
Kronk's got to get 10.
She's got it right there. Schmitz with the shot.
Yeah, there we go.
And with the save, it's Maddie Nichols. But coming away with it is Wicked comes out front. Pablinski just clears the zone. And it's rifled right back into Raskloff. Back there, it's Platzenell. Maddie setting it up. Maddie, the bounce pass gets past Cronkite and actually gets all the way out to the zone. Coming away with it is Raskloff, and she just fires it down deep. Going after Pablinski.
Couple of chances there on the power play. Nice shot there by Brooke and a good tip by Maddie.
It comes out front, going after it. It's Billings. Billings is the captain. There's Smith with a shot. It just goes wide. There's Cronkite. Cronkite flips it up. We got a chance here. Here's Barger. Barger sets it up front. It comes up to Hansen, and she's going to hang on to it with 14:36 left in the second period.
I think Julia might have been gassed there. She just didn't seem to do anything there. She just kind of threw it in the zone. She did have Jenna Reese right with her if she'd taken a look. The girls having a hard time. They need to let them know that they're available there. Jenna would have screamed there. Maybe Julia would have seen her, but.
Well, they're out there at the beginning of the game, or the period, so she was out there a good 2.5 minutes. That's a long shift.
You could tell that they didn't have a whole lot left in the tank there on that shift.
And there's Smith. Smith tries to get up to Wick. Back there's McKinnon. McKinnon gets elbowed in the back. No call. Smith rifles it around to Raskloff. In the corner now. It's Hansen. Greta Hansen gets it to McKinnon. McKinnon loses the puck to Emma Schmitz. Schmitz gets around Coleman. Here comes Schmitz. Travers back there. Comes out front. It goes a little bit past Wick. Oh, a nice try there by Rochester. There's Wick. Wick controls it. Wick spins around. Hey, Erica.
Touch it.
And it's cleared the zone.
It's going to be icing.
It's going to be icing by Stiff. So 13:56 left in the second period.
I just think our centers are leaving the defensive zone too fast. There's no angle when she's out past the blue line towards the red line. There's no angle for the wing to hit the girl on the stick. She's got to get down deeper, make it easy for the wings to hit the center, and the centers can be flying right there.
And you've been preaching that since you were a U8 coach. So.
Yes, it's so hard to hit. When you're a wing like that and the defensemen are coming down and there's a center and a wing on you, it's so hard. You got to make it easy for those wings.
And there's a puck. It's up to Hall. Hall flips it down. It's going to go all the way down. That's when we needed that water to hold down that puck. So it's going to come back to the left of Maddie Nichols with 13:43 left in the second period.
Yeah,
joining us is all the way from St. Thomas. Marissa Coleman's in the house today. Hello, Marissa Coleman.
She looks happy. All right, big draw here.
It's a big draw.
Cooper here. Shots are 10-8. It's pretty even here, back and forth game.
She's going up against the 8th grader, Fleming. Let's see if she can win this draw. It's so huge to win that draw down in your zone. Oh, and the ref dropped the puck.
What is that?
Wasn't even ready. It ends up on the front of the doorstep.
She wasn't. Well, you know what? Maria's in the dot there. She's got to be ready for anything, right? If you're not ready, back out.
There's Hall with a nice little play, goes around, coming away with it.
Here we go. Here we go. Come on, Cora.
Cora going after it, goes in the corner. There's Marsh going after it. Carly Marsh cycling back. Getting the puck, it's Rasloff. Rasloff gives it up to Smith. Smith just throws it in the middle. And coming away with it is Rochester. Just dump it down deep. They're making a line change.
Turn to go, Brooke. Turn to go. No one's there.
Brooke.
Take off. Take off, Carly.
She's got to take off. She gets up the middle.
Again, you see that long pass. It's hard to hit.
And just a little bit on the wrong side of the red line there. Julia tipped it, but just couldn't get to that red line. 13:01 left the second period. Still a 0-0 game.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of defensive zone faceoffs here because too many things can happen.
Well, luckily we got Jenna Reese out there. And
she's good at these draws here.
I'd like to see what her percentage is. She's going up against Rochester, coming with it, just seen out front. And there's Jenna Reese, who we just talked about. Reese makes that pack up to Julia. Julia punches it out. Smith just fires it back in there. There's Pablinski. Brooks got some room to move. She crossed that red line. There she goes. She crossed the red line, dumps it down deep. Wraps it all the way down to Julia. There's Barger. Barger gets taken in the boards by Smith. Cronkite's there. There's that Emma Schmitz again. Schmitz makes the pass. It was tipped by Eva Erickson. Going behind the net, going after it is Wick. Wick comes away with it. Wick leaves it over to Dravis, but coming away with it is Jenna Reese. Reese up to Barger. Barger trying to make that long pass, but picked off by Wick. It ends up down in the corner of Rochester. There's Rasloff, gets it up to Wick. With the puck now, it's Rasloff. She just dumps it, and it went right at Coach K, and luckily, like Cat-like, he grabbed it.
Rochester defensemen are doing a good job, especially on that top line for Eagan. It's kind of been Eagan's bread and butter this year. No one's really shut this line down, and Rochester's been doing a good job. Their defense are getting it up quickly. They're moving it to their wings. They're moving to the center and getting it out of the zone. They're not letting us establish the forecheck.
Here comes Billings for Rochester against McKinnon. Billings wins the draw. Gives it back to McPeak. McPeak trying to clear the zone. Slung sideboards. There's McKinnon behind the net. Rochester breaking out now. Here comes Billings. Billings flips it up. That could be icing. Going after his Coleman. Oh, they're waving it off. Coleman in the corner. Coleman flips it up. Tries to get out.
Here we go.
Here comes McKinnon now. McKinnon across the red line. McKinnon shoots it on net. Hanson steers it to the side. There's Smith. Smith turns it around. Coming away with it for Rochester. Rochester makes the pass. Goes a little too far. And there's Platson. Platson spins. Platson off the boards. Ends up on stiff skates. Comes up to McKinnon on the side. McKinnon out front. Oh, she had Platson pick it up as stiff and stiff hands on it. And with the puck now, it is Keeley. Keeley comes away with it, knocks it down. There's Hall. Hall over to Coleman. Coleman
Good play.
Stiff. She dumps it in right on net.
Right,
and Hanson's going to hang on with 11:04 left in the second period.
All right, 12-8 shots. We really haven't had a really, really good chance to score yet. That was a good chance. Mallory had a good chance there, and she just kind of fanned on it.
Joining us now is Dan Woog. Woog, how you doing there, buddy?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thanks for coming. Say hi to your dad for us. All right, around the net. There's Smith. Smith tries to clear the zone. Picked off by Hall. Coming away with it is Rochester. Here comes Smith. Smith jumps it down deep, going after Ziva Erickson. Erickson behind the net, going after it. She controls. Yep.
Quick.
Turns out to Marsh. Marsh makes that long pass.
They'll wave that off. They'll wave that off. Yep.
Racing after it is Cooper. Cooper knocks it back around, and Rochester breaks out. The long pass to Emma Schmitz. Coming away with it. It's Fleming. Fleming's pass gets knocked down by Erickson. Erickson gets up to Cooper, and it's laying there. And there's Dravis. Dravis just tries to clear it. Marsh is there, and she dumps it right back down behind Hanson. Back there, Smith for Rochester. Smith make that long pass. Oh, she had Emma Schmidt sitting there.
She was there too if she hit her. Although Kronk was coming back there, but if she'd hit there on the long ball there, that might have been a breakaway.
All right, 10:04 left in the second period. Shots on goal, 12 for Eagan, Rochester 8, but it seems like a little bit closer than the shots on goal.
Yeah, that's pretty even there. So we got a top line out here. See if we can't do something. See if these guys, they've been so good at cycling it all year. Let's see if we can't get something going
There's
here.
Reese. Reese wins the draw, gets it over to Schreiber. Schreiber dumps it down deep. Coming away with it. It's Rasloff. Rasloff gets it up to Billings. Billings knocked it down. And Schreiber, it hits a referee. The ref's got to get out of the way on that one. And Reese is.
Yeah, Jenna was just trying to jump. She was just trying to dump that in and attack there, and it kind of went off someone's stick.
So a good showing by the alumni today there, Mark. Huh?
Yeah, it was good. I think I counted 20 or 22 alum. I'd like to see a little more than that. We've got hockey for 25 years. You think we get a little more back, but
tough weekend.
It is Christmas weekend, so but a lot of smiles on the face. Good to see a lot of the girls that I've coached going through the system. So. It's always fun there.
We'll talk more about an all-star team you'd want to see there, Mark. That'd be kind of fun to see your concept of who would you want for an all-star team. Oh, here comes Emma Schmitz. Speaking of all-stars, there she goes down in the corner, and back there is Kronk to take it away from her. Nice job of Kronk by knocking her out of the way, using her body.
Oh.
And here comes Cronkite again. Cronkite just lays it out front. And with the puck, now it's Hansel. Hansel gets it up to Schmitz. Schmitz flips it down deep, going after his Pladsen. Dravis beats her to it. There's Dravis is looking. Dravis throws it out wildly to Hansel. Comes to the side of the net. Just goes wide behind the net. And coming away with is Reese. Reese loses the puck. Back to Hansel. That sure looked like it was out, but it's knocked back in. Behind that is Dravis. Dravis gets it over to Emma Schmitz. Schmitz back to the point. Back to Schmitz. Schmitz around Reese. Oh, she went for that top corner. Just missed. Smith keeps it in there. But Barger's there to control. Barger knocks it back to Reese. Jenna moving up. She's got some room. Jenna gets hammered and drilled by Dravis. That could be boarding. That could be elbowing. That could be...
Pick and choose whatever you want here. That top line's been out for a couple minutes or a minute and a half, so they're going to have to use the number 2 power play here. Just go all the way down in the offensive zone.
And we're going to come with McKinnon, Stiff, and Hansen.
Go to Hansen. You got Brooke and Eva out there. Second usually is kind of dumbs it down. It's usually just kind of get it to the points and crash the goalie. Let's see what they do here.
8:29 left in the second period. Taking the draw for Rochester is Billings, and then the ref's going to send her off. They took a while to get lined up.
That's
a huge plus here. Rochester still controls the draw. They try to clear the zone. Brooke just skipped over Brooke's stick. Brooke hangs onto it. To partner, to Eva. Eva flips it up to Hansen. Hansen loses the puck. Controlled by Billings, and Billings just fires it down. Brooke behind the net now. She stops, takes a look. Here comes Brooke. Publiski doesn't like what she sees, spins back around. Over to the deep partner, Erickson.
You got 2 tied up there.
Erickson comes away with it, and it's McKinnon with the puck. Here comes Savannah.
Sven's got room.
McKinnon's got some room. Yep. There she goes, across the red line. Across the blue line. She comes up front. She sent it out front. It ends up back in her stick in the corner. She gets it to Stiff. Stiff back to McKinnon. And Billings takes down Stiff from behind.
Go.
They let that one go. Rochester tries to clear the zone. Pablinski. Oh, there was Emma Schmitz again.
She was going, but, it's Brooke.
She knows what she's doing out there.
She's pretty rock solid back there.
There we go.
All right,
and Smith fires it back down.
So we got about a minute left here. We got the top line out.
Here they come back out. Brooke takes a look, see what's going on.
Have to set it up. It's not a normal breakout, but it's working.
It works. There's Jenry at ice again, slowing the puck down. Cronkite goes down deep.
At 40 seconds here. Set it up.
She's taking a look. Oh, she's at Pladsen. She gets back to the point. Pablinski. Oh, fakes the shot. Just skipped over Cronkite's stick. And Smith is there to fire it back down again.
All right, we got time for one rush here. We got 24 seconds. They're going deep with it.
Here's Brooke. Rochester's got that Emma Schmitz and Wick. And the puck flipped out zone. That's going to be icing.
We're just not connecting tonight. It's those little passes like that. On the power play, you're 5-on-4. It's got to be tape to tape. You can't be just throwing it around like that. And no one was on her. Cronkite has skated that one right there.
Well, we got 6:39. It's still a 0-0 game.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Taking the draw, it's Reese.
Good time for a rush here.
Reese against Heim. And Jenna Reese wins that draw again. Back behind it. Here comes Brooke Pawlitzki. Brooke flips it up to Barger. Barger making the pass over to Cronkite. Cronkite gives it to Reese.
All right, the guy's coming in.
Reese back in the corner. Taking a look forward. It's Reese. Reese on one play. She gets stripped.
Yep, another power play. All right, we got.
And Travis is going to go off, and they're fresh now.
We got a full 2 minutes here, and this line hasn't been out there, so we'll see if we can set something up here.
And Travis is going to go. That's her second penalty of the day. 6:19 left in the second period.
Yeah, shot stayed 12-8. It's been like that pretty much the whole period. We got 2 minutes, full 2 minutes here to see if we can't set something up.
Now here they're taking their time again. Are they going to kick her out again? Nope, they're going to let her take the draw. Billings and Reese. Puck lane out front. Ends up on Cronkite's stick. Cronkite behind the net.
We got 2 girls behind it. There we go. Oh.
There's Reese. Reese over to Barger. Barger up. The one-timer by Bablinski. There's a save. It's sitting there. Oh, it's just sitting there. Oh, Platson had a chance. Barger had a chance.
He just tackled her.
She just got tackled. But it comes to Barger out front. The puck's later. Platson scored. Maddie Platson finally knocked that puck in. A lot of traffic out front.
Yeah, you know what? That was kind of crazy, a little scramble there. The girl tackled our player in the corner. They let it continue. Julia came out and just threw it in, and Maddie
was there.
Maddie pounded it in.
One thing about Platson, you can't teach height. Right there, and Maddie Platson knocks the puck in, and it's going to be a 1-zip lead for Eagan with 5:53 left in the second period.
Well, we got lucky there. But you know what? I didn't see that first one. Did it hit the post? The little scramble hit
just
the
laid
post?
there. The puck was just laying there, and Hansen didn't know where it was.
And then somehow it just found its way past across the crease there. So we'll take it, 1-0.
I think the referee or the coaches from Rochester are complaining about maybe somebody's in the crease.
Well, yeah, we don't have replay here. He should be happy it's not 5-on-3 power play here with the way that girl tackled their girl in the corner. But I'm a homer.
They're probably discussing the player was in the crease is what their concern is right now.
The thing is, Tony, they're never going to change their mind, right? They're not going to say, okay, yeah, it's not a goal.
Right.
You're kind of setting yourself up for further calls down the road, but they're never going to say.
I think they're trying to decide who got the assist, perhaps.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not on the board yet. They haven't put it up yet.
It's hard because Julie just threw it in front of the net, and it was just kind of a scramble, and it might have went off a Lourdes skate or something. It just kind of made its way to and it didn't really go into the net much past the
cross
the goal
line.
line.
From our vantage point, it did look like Maddie
line.
tipped it.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what they're talking about here.
And they still haven't let Dravis out of the box.
Well, that's unusual. I don't know what this is all about, do you?
I'm confused. It sure looked like a good goal from our vantage point, like we said.
Yeah, she gets out. Okay,
there we go.
Out now. I don't know why she wouldn't come out right away. Now there's talk on the Eagan side.
But now they put another girl in there, unless they're going to say the penalty occurred.
You know what? Maybe, yeah, that girl that tackled in the corner there, Rochester never did get control of the puck.
Yeah.
So that's why she's sitting in the box.
Okay, so we're back in the power play.
Yeah, we got a 5-on-4 again.
So Heim tackled, I think it was
that was
must have been a delayed penalty.
That was a Dick Buckus light you up in the corner tackle.
That's what it was. It's a delayed penalty. Rochester never touched a puck. We got the goal, and we got a 2-minute power play again. Here we go. Yeah. And our line's all resting.
Yep.
There we go. And Hansel sends it down deep, and here comes Brooke Pawlitzki. She's setting up shop.
They do a nice job here. I like their breakout. You know, they kind of do it. They'll drop it down there, a little nifty move right there. And they set it up there.
Yeah, look at that. And there's Cronkite in the corner. That's what happened last time. There's Emily around. You got Platson out front again. Oh, they give it to Julie Barger.
They did give it to Julia. She just.
We'll take it.
Jules just threw it in there, so just kind of the opposite we thought, right? I thought it was Platson from Julian. It was just the opposite. So
what concerns me is it's still 1-0. And Rochester sends it down. Here we go again. We've got 1:14 left in this power play. There's Jenna Reese with the puck. Reese lets it for Poblinski. Here comes Brooke. Brooke leaves it. Emma Schmitz is there again, just wreaking havoc.
All right, come on, girls. Let's go. We got a minute left in the
Barger. I see Julia get a goal with her sister Abby in the audience today.
Yeah, a lot of those girls back for the alumni thing that we had.
Here we go, and there's Julia again. There's Barger. Barger gets a Pelissa, one-timer. Oh, it just goes wide.
It looked like she didn't track that very well, but it missed the net.
There's Reese. Reese to Barger. They're going to set up again. Barger down low. Leaves it for Jenna Reese. Reese gets it. Oh, it just deflected by
Emma Schmidt. She's got a piece of that there.
Oh, no. Pass. Oh, no, it comes away. Here comes Billings. Oh, and Billings. Oh, Billings gets taken down by Platson. You know that was coming.
Yeah, you know what? That's good. That's a good play by Maddie. The girl's on a breakaway. I don't know if that was a penalty or not. She just kind of reached around there and she tripped her, but that was good. That was a good penalty by Maddie. You don't want her on a breakaway there.
A little mix-up by the defense there. It's gonna.
Yeah, and you know what? She was was that 15 that kind of snuck in, and she was just kind of skating around the center of the ice there, and all of a sudden the puck came to her on a breakaway. But that was a good play by Maddie. She's got to take her down there. She didn't want a breakaway.
Now that Billings for 15. She's got 12 goals on the season, so she's a sniper.
Yeah.
So here we go. We got Jenna Reese out there again, going against Dravis, and come away with this. Brooke Lewinsky. We're 4-on-4.
We're still 4-on-4 here, and then it bounce.
Oh. Knocked back in the zone by McPeak. Going after it is Erickson. Erickson tries to clear the zone. Kept in by McPeak. McPeak gets passed, gets knocked down. There's Emma Schmitz.
Yeah, stay on her.
Schmitz, stay on her. There's Schmitz again. It's turnaround, wrap around. And Poblinski's there.
Brooke's so solid back there.
Brooke tries to get the puck out. There's Dravis. Dravis to Schmitz. Schmitz back to Wick. Wick, around one player. Reese gets knocked down from behind, no call. Schmitz sends it down deep.
Okay, now we're short. We're short.
We're short now. There's Hansel. Hansel gets it over to Schmitz.
Got to read the eyes. The defensive players got to read the eyes. Use your stick. Back and forth. See where they're going to pass it. Cut off the angles.
Schmitz out front. A huge save by Maddie Nichols there.
Big save.
Right on net was Dravis' shot.
Good job, Brooke.
Dravis is down there with Billings. Coming away with it is Billings. Gives it to Schmidt.
We need to clear here. We need to clear.
Schmidt back to Hansel.
Pat it.
Hansel gets over to Schmitz. Schmitz around Brooke Poblinski. No. She comes right in and she scores.
Yeah. That was a nice play by Emma Schmidt. Brookie kind of gave her a little stick check there, and she went right around her. And once she's open in front of the net there, she's going to find that back of that net. Now 1-1. Shoot.
Yeah, she's got 13 goals. Make that her 14th goal this season already. So with 2:58 left in the second period, we got ourselves a 1-1 tie.
Yeah, we got a game here. I was hoping that power play there we could make it a 2-0 game here, and it's just the opposite. Now it's 1-1. But
here we got Fleming going up against Cooper. Maria Cooper wins the draw. There's Smith of Rochester. Over to Hansel. Hansel who got assists on that goal by Schmitz. Knocks it down deep. There's Coleman. Coleman takes a look. Coleman gets up to Cooper. Cooper fires it down. It deflected off Hansel, so we got away with that one.
Yes, there we got lucky. Yep, we did.
Puck goes behind the net. With the puck, it's Rochester. There's Hansel who's got the assist. Marsh tries to keep it in. It goes past Platson.
That was a good pinch by Maddie. That was a good pinch by Maddie Platson there. She saw that Cora Hall and it was back.
Coleman's pass, just a little bit too far for Marsh. Marsh knocks it down deep, and McPeak comes away with it. McPeak firing it around to Razloff. Razloff back to McPeak. McPeak, there's Emma Schmitz again. Schmitz, Platson pinches again, and Cooper from behind. That's going to be Maria Cooper's third penalty. Give her the old sombrero at the third penalty of her game.
Yeah, that's a penalty.
That's a penalty.
You're not going to get it that one. Yeah, I think that's even in the boys. I mean, the boys you can check, but that was kind of from behind there, and Marie got a little aggressive. So now we're killing penalties again here now, right? It's 1-1. You know, they just scored on the last power play. We're going to have to keep it to the outside, let them take the outside shots. Maddie can handle those. Now that
I don't know what they're talking about here. I think they're talking it could be a 5er.
That could be. I mean, that was kind of, from our vantage point, doesn't look like they did it, but.
They're going to give it just 2.
That was kind of a tweener, though.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't have been shocked if they would have came back and said that was a check from behind.
Could have been a 5er, but we'll take the 2. And they are complaining about it. There's Billings. Billings is asking about it. The ref is asking about it.
Is that an automatic disqualification then, too, from checking from behind? Is it a 5-minute major and you're out? I mean, that's kind of what Rochester's looking for, but. And if I was a Rochester coach, I would, your best player just gets railed in the net, in the boards there from behind. I'd be talking, Yeah.
Well, this has been a long period. This one's taken a while.
Well, a lot of penalties, a lot of talking with the coaches too. And I'm sure he's saying, well, what constitutes checking from behind? That's the girl railed ours, their girl from behind.
Yeah.
And we got the other one. We got to kill this off. We got 2:04 in the period, 2-minute penalty here. So we got to get through this second period here.
Yeah. They got their big guns. It's Billings, Dravis, and Schmidt back there with the puck. Now it's Razloff. Razloff gets a pass over to Hansel. Hansel, there's a short side by Billings. It's out front. It was sitting out front, and it looked like it got tipped in by Dravis.
Maddie had that too. I don't know how that got through. Maddie had that puck. She had a good view of it, and it looked like she had it covered, and somehow it just bled right through. One of their players get the rebound and knock it out of. It seemed like she had that covered. I don't know.
I wish we had replay here, Mark, to take a quick look at that. But it looked like she had the angle. She had the right angle.
Maddie normally has that. It wasn't a rocket shot. It looked like it was just kind of a seeing eye puck because she had it, and all of a sudden it's in the back of the net. So, all right, now we're down 2-1 here.
Yep, and there's Billings again. Let's see if the first line can get us a goal here. There's Pavlinski's pass gets knocked away. Verness knocks it down deep.
We got to stay out of the box, though. We got to stay out of the box. Well, both their goals are we got
another penalty. And who's going to go now? It's going to be hooking on
Brooke Pavlinski. And this is a double whammy when you lose Brooke on back on D. Not only are we going to be 5-on-4, Brooke is in our best defenseman's in the box.
Yep.
I don't know if that was a penalty. I thought that girl just tripped, and then the ref just, I don't know, man. I didn't see where her stick was, but Brooke was kind of questioning that herself.
Well, regardless, she's in the box with 2 minutes.
Yes.
A minute 37 seconds left in the second period. We're down 2-1. And there's Billings again. You got Billings, Dravis, Schmitz, and that same defense of Hansel and Raskloff. There's Platson out there now. Platson in the corner with it. It's Schmitz. Schmitz gets it back to Hansel. Hansel over to Schmitz. Schmitz steps right in. Oh, they had the short side. It misses the net, and coming away with it is McKinnon. McKinnon loses the puck. It's flipped up to Billings. Comes to Emma Schmitz. There's Schmitz. She crosses the blue line. She stops, setting up shop. She gets it down low to Dravis. Dravis back to Schmitz. Schmitz gets tripped from behind it. Well, that was a lucky call. We got right that one.
That could have been penalty too.
There's Schmitz. Back to Hansel. Hansel just shoots it on goal. It's sitting out front. Oh, it just goes wide. Billings' shot just went wide. Here comes back to Hansel again. Hansel to Schmitz. Schmitz takes a shot. That's not coming in front. And Jenna Reese clears the zone.
If there's one player you got to watch against Rochester is number 7, and that's who's all alone in front of the net there.
Billings makes a pass across, coming away with it. It's McKinnon, and McKinnon shoots it right back down. And taking her time is Billings. Billings' pass goes too far, but it ends up. And Rochester knocks it back down. Now that puck should come back.
Well, I think she was trying to dump it in and hit one of their players in the players' box there. So it'll
face off at mid-ice. 15 seconds left. Let's see if we can hold him here. Taking a draw, it's going to be Barger, who's got Eagan's lone goal. Barger knocks it up forward. Controlling it's Rochester. Rochester tries to come up. Coleman gives a bear hug. Luckily, no call there, and she's just kind of holds on to it, chewing up the clock.
Yeah, that's good.
Nobody's going
Just let
over.
it sit
That'll
there.
work. Yeah, let's
And
chew up
she
that
fe-
clock.
She fell on it. So.
Yeah, she fell on it. There you go. Well, Mark, we didn't do our job.
No,
Second period controlled by Rochester.
Well, it really was. I mean, we had a couple of power play opportunities. We got a goal. We weren't really controlling it. And we got to stay out of the box. I mean, Maria Cooper's got 3 today, right? And I didn't really see Brooke get that penalty, but it's still a penalty, right? We got to play smart hockey because we're down here 2-1, right?
So what's Coach going to say in the locker room right now?
Well, I think that's kind of what you got to say, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the 2 goals they got has been on the power play. They haven't really done much as far as penetrating us 5-on-5. Thing is, we haven't penetrated them 5-on-5 either. It's kind of going back and forth, but you know what? They're winning right now 2-1. So we got to stay out of the box. We got to get it down low. I'd like to see that top line do a little better job of cycling it down low. That's what put them on top this year. Is when they're working it down low and they're passing to each other, they're unstoppable. But they're just kind of. It seems like they're kind of going through the motions here. So I'm sure Dan's talking about that. You know, it'd be nice to get some kind of points out of that second, third line too. We've talked about that all year, but I don't know. We got to pick it up here. It just seems like we're kind of missing out on. Just kind of missing today. Little things just aren't bouncing our way. So see what happens here in the third.
All right, third period. Of course, will be voice of Eagan Girls Hockey, Rick Schreiber, and joining him will be Kevin McKinnon. Mark, it's been a pleasure.
All right. Hopefully we can pull it out.
All right, we're back live for the third period, 2-1. Rochester Lourdes after 2. Rick Schreiber back with Kevin McKinnon. Kevin, you had the privilege to interview some of the alumni after the first period. It had to be a privilege for you and kind of a neat deal to meet some of the prior players and see what they're up to.
I did. It was interesting to see a bunch of the girls that were sitting down there. Some of them a little shy to come on TV, but it's always great to hear from them and certainly to keep in touch with what they're doing after and just their favorite memories of the program and how they went through it. You know, it's a pretty special time in a kid's life, right? And everybody remembers all the success, but the friendships and the memories last forever.
That seems to be the consistent theme for every hockey player, boy and girl, is that they remember the out-of-town tournaments, the friendships they've made, more so than even the games that they've played in.
Yeah, I would agree, and certainly as a former player, you know, those are the things that you cherish, and certainly when you get older, and it's always great to get back with teammates and remember all the great things that happened and the good times that you had.
You were surrounded by quite a bit of hockey talents down there after the first period. I got to remind our viewers, or let them know anyway, New Year's Eve, if you're not doing nothing, come to Eagan Arena at 10:15 a.m. New Year's Eve for the annual alumni game, where the alumni players that you just saw Kevin interview, we're going to take on the current varsity team. So if you're living in Eagan, want to check out some good hockey, come on down and watch that at Eagan Arena 10:15 New Year's Eve.
That will be a very interesting game, as you know, and if you're watching after the first period, you know that there's a lot of former Wildcats playing in college right now.
Yes.
That might be an interesting game.
So we are getting ready for the third period as the ice settles. Wildcats have some work to do, Kevin, down 2-1.
They do, and you know, I don't remember the last time we were down going into the third period. Maybe the Wayzata game, first game of the year.
I think it was 3-2 after 1, and then things kind of went down from there. But, yeah, other than that, this is a rare spot for the Wildcats, so a chance to play from behind and see what they can do. We're back at center ice. We've got an abbreviated remaining power play for the Eagles, 24 seconds left in Brooke Poplinski's penalty. As we start back at center ice, of course, for this period. And right away, linesman says no. Clara Billings gets the boot. And Dravis takes his draw for Lourdes. And now Schmitz with it at the red line. Plays it in. Platson there. Plays it right back down. Good start. Shorthanded for the Wildcats. Forechecking is Barger behind the net. This is Billings with it. Outlet pass off the boards for Schmitz. She gains the red line now into the zone. Knocked out the puck, and Barger is checked. Play goes on. They're letting them play here. I think even Rochester Lourdes is a little surprised there was no call there. This is Schmitz from the dot shot. Nickel to save, and she'll hold for a face-off.
Yeah, there has been a lot of body work in this game, and you know, we knew that from last year playing this Lourdes team. They do play with some grit and some sandpaper, and they're certainly showing it here today.
Helm on this face-off, or Heim rather. Played into the corner. Platson with it. Back to 5-on-5 hockey, just underway in the third period. Played out by Barger. Played right back in. This is Platson with it. Now Erickson played up the boards, looking for Cronkite on her stick. But it comes to Lourdes. Good pressure by Rees to force that turnover and get into the zone. Forechecking is Cronkite. Now Rees as well in to help out. But it comes to the Eagles. Wick. Good outlet pass there. Looking for Kitely. That couldn't quite go, though. And Erickson plays it down the ice. And this maybe, nope, won't go far enough for ice. He hit a wet spot, I think, Kevin.
Slowed it up. No one's there.
Break for the Wildcats.
We were changing, though.
Lourdes with it. At the red line now into the zone. Coleman chasing for the Wildcats behind the net with Stiff. Stiff has it on the half wall. Played ahead nicely for McKinnon. She sidesteps one player. Possible 2-on-1. McKinnon at the dot. Shot. And Hanson the save. She holds for a face-off. Good anticipation there by McKinnon. Kevin to chip it off the boards to herself and create that 2-on-1.
Yeah, and she had a little pressure coming from behind her, so I think she just tried to get it on the net. And their other Lourdes defenseman was holding up our forward, so they couldn't quite get in there for any rebound if there was one.
Face-off win for McKinnon, but it comes to Lourdes. Stepping up to keep it in is Schreiber. And played behind the net. Now in the corner, stiff there with McKinnon, but it comes to the Eagles. And Ratzlaff has it. Carries it out of the zone. Across the line now, Ratzlaff still with it. Around one player, Schreiber takes it behind the net. Plays it around for Hansen. On the half wall, hits Coleman. Eagles get it back, center, tied up, and a good play by Stiff. And now McKinnon brings it back the other way.
She's all alone now.
As the Wildcats change their other 4 players, McKinnon holds the fort. As fresh troops arrive for the Wildcats. This is Poplinski at the red line. Plays it right back in, pressured by Barger here in the corner. To the point, stepping in is Rees, or off the bench. Freeze just out of.
Ice was a little wet there, I think.
Still.
Brock. You see that?
I did, and
slowed the puck just enough.
We're 3 minutes in, and there's still water on the ice. Played up, Poplinski, the lone player, back, and she's there in plenty of time. Calmly plays it ahead. They're like 8. Like Eagan fans are in an uproar as 8 or 9 Rochester players are on the ice at once. Referees say play on. It's a hostile crowd here at Eagan Arena. A full house to boot. This is Smith. Right into the corner. Nickel leaves it for Erickson. She tries to play it up, but no. Billings intercepts. Erickson gets it back. She'll try the other side for Cronkite. And played ahead, but into the neutral zone. Lourdes gets it. Yep.
I think that hit the Rochester player, and the Rochester team was thinking the ref was going to blow the whistle, and they just missed it.
Just missed it. Back come the Lourdes Eagles up 2-1. 13 and a half to go now in the third period. Back comes Barger. Good at the line. High slot, Barger shot. Deflected into the corner. Lourdes with it. Played up the board, stepping up to keep it in is Schreiber, and playing right back in to the other side now. Other corner, it's Kitely for Lourdes, and now Smith plays it around for Erickson for Lourdes. Played back deep by Schreiber for Rees. Rees is steamrolled, and there's going to be a penalty here. Delayed call, and they blow the whistle, Kevin. Not a smart play in the defensive zone to get the hands of the face there.
No, it wasn't. And you can see that there's been a couple of calls there, I think, that could have been, and Eagan fans obviously reminded the ref of that earlier. And not that that wasn't a penalty there, but I think they were just waiting and looking for it.
So, power play for the Wildcats here. Chance to tie the game up. 12:49 to go in the third. Shots 13-12 in favor of Eagan.
You know, and at this point, too, you just got to get pucks to the net. 13 shots isn't enough after 2 periods here. So we'll see if they can get the puck to the net here.
Poplinski at the point. She's got 2 already, 3 already this year. Cronkite, her shot off the rebound won't go. Hansen holds for a face-off. Kevin, I want to throw a shout-out to our great Eagan TV crew here. We got Aaron Thomas running the show tonight, doing a great job. And Michelle Blatchko, Patty DiGigio, and Dalton Gruber on cameras all doing just a fine job making this broadcast happen. It's a first-class operation. Poplinski's shot blocked. And now Cronkite on the half wall. She's rubbed out. Billings tries to get it out, but no. Billings gets it again, and she'll ice it. Nico leaves it for Poplinski. Still a minute and a half to go in the power play. Good pressure here by the Lourdes Eagles, though. That was Schmidt. She's causing all kinds of fits today for the Wildcats. Still in the Wildcat zone. And Billings, I think a little embellishment there. Play goes on. Cronkite across the line. They're letting them play, as I said earlier. Drop pass won't go. Cronkite to the point. Poplinski thought about it. Barger at the dot. Shot. Hits the crossbar off of deflection. Almost a tie game. Poplinski again. Barger at the dot. One more time to the net. Rebound off of Hansen. It was there. Shot again. Cronkite. Cross ice for Barger. Shooting on goal, and no rebound there. Good pressure by the Wildcats, Kevin.
Yeah, it was good pressure, and you can see every chance they're getting, they're trying to get it at the net. And certainly with 13 shots after 2 periods, now you're up to 17. You just got to keep getting it there, getting traffic, and it'll come. You just got to keep keep moving at it.
Same personnel for the Wildcats. The power play line out there. 41 seconds left. Plenty of time, but a good start to this sequence for the Lourdes Eagles as they ice it on goal. Nickel leaves it for Poplinski. Charging hard is Dravis. Playing Wick there as well. Good penalty kill here this shift. As the Wildcats get it back, 20 seconds into the zone. This is Barger at the dot. Around the net. At the point now, Poplinski. Deflected over the net. Rees with it.
5 seconds left here on the power play.
One last shot. Barger at the dot. To the net for Platson. Rebound for Rees and a goal! Jenna Rees ties it as the penalty ends. And it's 2-2.
That is just a big goal and a timely goal from this first line. We've had such a great season so far. You could just see they were willing it.
Plenty of opportunities as the Wildcats have dialed up the pressure. This third period shots now 19-12 in favor of Eagan. And we'll see if they can keep the momentum going here.
Yeah, 5-on-5, there hasn't been much either way actually in this game. And so it's been a special teams game today. So hopefully we'll see some 5-on-5 and go on the rest of the way and see what we can do.
Has there been a 5-on-5 goal today? Maybe the first one. That's the only one I can think of. Otherwise, I don't think there has.
I don't believe there's been a 5-on-5 goal, no.
So this is Poplinski and now Schrolborough. And it comes to Erickson. She tries to play it ahead. Smith plays it right back in. Poplinski calmly as always plays it ahead for Marsh right in front of the Eagan bench. Battle. And it comes to the Wildcats. Poplinski plays it up and out of the zone. This is Hansel with it for the Eagles. 10 minutes to go now in the third. Anybody's game. Pressure by Schmitz into the zone. Guarded by Erickson. And around the net, Schmidt still with it to the point. Cross ice pass. Ratzlaff to the net. Pad save there by Nickel. In the corner, it comes to Scholborough. Good play here. Possible breakout for Cooper with Pladson. And Scholborough. Cooper's shot. Rebound is loose in the slot for Scholborough. She almost had her first goal. A good recovery by Hansen. It was right there at the doorstep. I'm sure Scholborough's eyes were as big as a dollar coin right there, Kevin.
Yes, definitely. And it was just a weird shot off of Cooper's stick. And the goaltender couldn't handle it. And it went about 15 feet in the air.
This is Schreiber up ahead. Oh, turned over. Pladson plays it to the corner. Dravis and Schreiber battling, and now Stiffen to help out. And it squirts loose to Lourdes. Center, chance here, and a pad save by Nickel. Now it's the Lourdes Eagles buzzing. This is Schreiber. She'll play it up the boards. Kept in, though, by Lourdes. Schrolborough there, and it comes to Cooper. Schreiber plays it up, still in the zone. Played behind the net. 8:40 to go. This is Scholborough, and she will gain the red line and play it deep, and Wisey goes off for a line change. Stiff keeps it in the zone. Now McKinnon there. But it comes to the Eagles. Erickson plays it ahead for Rochester. Guarded by Egan's Erickson. That was Hansen, rather. Poplinski with it. Poplinski, she's got offensive potential. Into the zone is Poplinski around two players.
Sticks get up high there.
They did. Poplinski 1 against 3 with shot here. Hansen just wide of the net. Erickson stepping up, and now Hansen on the half wall. Battle in the Lourdes zone. Played the other side for Smith. Smith gets it, and she'll ice it. And there'll be a break here with 7:45 to go. Good pace this third period.
And a good shift there from that line playing in that in the zone. Not that they got too much pressure on the net there, but all started from Brooke Poplinski. Controlling the puck, bringing it into the zone, and keeping it deep.
Jenna Rees will take this face-off for the Wildcats. I believe it's Ratzlaff for Lourdes. Rees wins it. Poplinski. Oh, and Cronkite was there, rather, for the deflection. Rees tried to wrap around, but no. Schmitz with it now for the Wildcats. For Ratzlaff. Play up the boards. And Poplinski gathers it at center ice for Erickson. And they'll be icing here. She did not gain the red line.
They called that.
They did.
One more little step. Or even just a little soft play off the boards. Works there too.
So 6:7:24 to go now in the third, 2-2. And we're back.
Wildcats have a lot more shots on the net here, 22 now, 9 shots this period.
Yep.
That's what they needed to do.
They did. They came out, got a power play, and tied the game, and we'll see where it goes from here. Wrist shot to the net, Nickel one save, and calmly turns into the corner. Now Barger playing the Wildcat bench for a face-off. 6:01 to go. Anybody's game here, Kevin, as the score indicates.
It is, and we're just kind of waiting. That another great shift by the first line. Had lots of great pressure down there, but again, as I said earlier, Poplinski bringing the puck all the way coast to coast, had a nice shot on net.
Wildcats with it off the face-off. Gladson at the red line, plays it deep, but it comes to Lourdes. And players collide. Played around by Heim for Rochester. Now with it is Verness. And play the other side. Good pressure here by the Wildcats to keep it in the Rochester zone for now. Still in the zone. Scholbrough forechecking, played out. Oh, turned over, but this will be offside. Good idea by Cooper. She just couldn't quite get that stick across the blue line. But prevented the pass. Caused the face-off.
It was a good idea. Just couldn't keep it in there.
Face off right in front of the Lourdes bench. 5.5 to go now in the third. From the draw, controlled by Lourdes, played up. Played back in by Eva Erickson. And this is Smith for Lourdes, played ahead to Wick, who knocked off the puck. She gets it back. It's good at the line. Oh, they do say offside. As the pace has slowed down a little bit here. I want to remind our viewers, next Wildcat game will be this Thursday at the Eden Prairie Tournament, 5:45 against Eden Prairie. The Eagles rematch, Kevin, of last year's third place game in the state tournament. You were there. I'm sure the Eagles want a little revenge for losing that third place game.
Yeah, and we're playing in their tournament. I wonder if they scheduled that just because of that.
You never know. Back to live action. Centered by Dravis. Loose in front. The point now.
But Eden Prairie having another great year, too.
As always, absolutely. Shot there. Oh, just wide over the net, rather by Hansel. At the point, Smith. Now Hansel again. Thinks about it to the net. Deflected on a good deflection there by Wick, just wide. Wick with it now. Tried to play it ahead, but no. And it comes to the Wildcats. Carried out by Cronkite. Into the zone now, Cronkite with it. For Rees. She's taken down. Play goes on. And it comes to Wick. Played up for Schmitz. Across the line. On goal. Nickel. Into the corner. Kevin, it's one thing to make a save, another one to place that rebound into a safe spot. And Nickel is so good at that. Steering those pucks into the corner.
Yeah, that's a big piece of goaltending, is controlling those rebounds and where they ultimately end up.
Back in the corner. Lourdes with it, being hounded by Poplinski. Both players go down. Now stiff on the other side. For Hansen into the zone. And she's being pestered. Played back in though. Behind the net. Lourdes looking to set up. Ratzlaff with it. Played around the boards. And out of the zone they come. Billings. Shot blocked by Schreiber, and it comes to Scholbrough. Head mad nicely to McKinnon. Lourdes gets it back for now. Scholbrough again. And they're going to call an offside here. 3:07 to go. Kevin, overtime looming a little bit large here. We get late in the third.
Yes, definitely is here. And, I suspect the Reese line here, the first line, is going to see some ice time. You can already see Lourdes has been shortening the whole third period. This line here with Emma Schmitz out there. They've been out there a lot.
So we'll see if fatigue becomes a factor as we go here late in the third period. As it's in the Lourdes zone now. Cronkite with it. Played around. Rees now in to help out. Platson on the other side, off her stick, and with speed it's going to be Schmitz. Good play here by Barger to strip the puck as she picks Schmitz's pocket, and Barger back the other way into the zone. She's knocked off the puck by Hansel, and Barger plays it. She'll go off for a line change. Rees now in the corner. Players collide again. Erickson steps up to keep it in temporarily, and still in the zone. Schmitz around. It's been a little bit more lopsided here in the Lourdes zone with time of possession. Schobel there, but it squirts loose and out of the zone. Poplinski, we'll see what she does here. She's going to play it for Schobel just off her stick. She regains it and gets it deep. 2 minutes to go in the third period now. Still 2-2. Turned over here. Erickson plays it right back deep behind the net. Cooper tried to get it to the point. Poplinski steps up to keep it in and play it back behind the net. Schobel with it. Send it for Marsh just off her stick. Erickson. Top of the circle. Shot goes wide. And it comes to Lourdes as they're bottled up here in their own end. Good pressure by the Wildcats. A minute and a half to go. I think Lourdes wants to get their top line out there. Played ahead. Poplinski steps up.
So does Eagan. They need a change here pretty quick.
1:15 to go. It's in the Wildcat zone now. Billings being pestered by Poplinski. Played to the net and through the crease. And stiff with it. She's leaned in on and rubbed out. And there'll be a power play here with a minute or two to go as Mallory Stiff draws the penalty. Golden opportunity, Kevin, for the Wildcats. A rare power play in the final minute of a tie game in the third period.
No, and you know, I don't think there's too much question about that call there. You know, yes, late in the game, but anytime you're doing that and getting your elbow up like that, you're going to get called for it.
So we'll have a timeout here as both teams strategize. I mentioned our next game is Thursday. Our next Eagan TV game is going to be January 3rd at 7:15 as the Wildcats will be home after the Christmas and New Year break against Lakeville South. Rematch from one of the first games of the year. And that'll be the first game after the Eden Prairie tournament. We're back here in Eagan for next game on Eagan TV. Channel 20 on Comcast and, of course, on this YouTube channel. So, shorthanded, Kevin, what's the strategy if you're Rochester Lourdes? You're down a player.
Well, you know, they're obviously down their best player and best penalty killer.
Yep.
And so,
absolutely, Emma Schmitz, yes.
In a case like this, you know, if I was the Lourdes coaches, obviously you can ice it anytime. You know, you got to have one going, but you probably want to get to overtime. You want to see what happens. If you go to overtime, you're still short. So you don't want to do anything crazy here. But for Eagan, pretty simple, if you ask me. Puck back to the point on the net, and it's got to get through. It's just got to get through, and you need bodies getting to the net.
So a very well-played game, very good game. Even game, shots 24-16 in favor of the Wildcats. The cash customers have definitely got their money's worth here tonight between the game itself and the ceremony and all that. Best $8 you're going to spend all day to watch this. A very fun day as it winds down, but not far from over, as we have a lot to be decided. Rees on this draw, and she wins it to the point. Poplinski on the power play. Final minute to go. Wildcats looking to break the tie. Barger behind the net. Now Platson there as well, and it's Platson with it. Rees at the dot, shot, hits traffic, loose for Platson, and her rebound shot. Hansen got a piece of that. Barger again from that dot. She loves to shoot from there, kept in by Poplinski. Rees with it now.
30 seconds here, Doc.
Plenty of time as the Wildcats set up at the dot. Rees again, shot. Hansen, one save, rebound is loose. Still loose. Hits the side of the net. Barger with it. 18 seconds to go in the period. Set it for Platson, just out of her reach. Cronkite on her backhand, but no. And it comes to Lourdes. Still in the zone. Platson. Lourdes fans want a penalty, but no. Lourdes plays it up and out of the zone, and that'll do it for the first period, or the third period rather, as we're going to go to overtime with 58 seconds left in the Schmitz penalty.
Wow. Wow. That was something. It's just been one of those games. It just hasn't felt right through the whole game for me, at least.
Yeah.
Not as much connection as we've seen with the passing, and so hopefully here they can take advantage of this power play in the first minute and end it very quickly.
So of course no resurface. It's going to be a 3-minute break and then an 8-minute overtime, and if nobody scores, then that'll be that. As again, both teams talk about what they're going to do here to start the overtime. Still plenty of time, 58 seconds left in the player advantage for the Wildcats. They got some good pressure there, Kevin, on that power play. Couldn't quite finish, but got pucks to the net, like you had said, from the point, and did everything almost but score there.
And the third period summary, let's take a look at the summary.
Yeah,
The only goal of the period that came off the stick of an Eagan Wildcat, number 10, Jenna Rees. The assist was credited.
They're announcing the last goal.
Yeah, the last goal.
Rees from Barger and Poplinski on the tying goal in the third period.
The shots on goal summary is as follows. Eagan at 15 shots on goal, bringing their game total up to 28.
15 shots in that third period, Doc.
Yeah, for a total of 28, so that tells you they stepped their game up. They had 13 through 2, and then 15 in that third period.
There were 2 minor penalties on Lourdes that period, totaling 4 minutes total.
But you got to give credit. I am impressed with the Lourdes power play. They've when we've had players in the box, they know what they're doing with that puck, and they've got 2 power play goals and had plenty of other chances as well.
Yeah, and they're a lot of their players too. Grew up playing together. I am familiar with a lot of them simply because our kids played many years against them growing up, and Rochester's always been a state tournament team, and they kept this team together. They all happened to go to this high school, and obviously a great thing when they started the program at Lourdes, and they've been successful so far.
Yeah, this is only their second year, you had mentioned, so that's awesome. And they're in good shape. Let's get down to the final minute of the intermission here between the third period and overtime. I'm guessing, Kevin, it'll be the same power play line for the Wildcats. It's a good opportunity for them to rest their top power play line here.
It is.
Lourdes can rest their players too, but like you said, one of their top penalty killers is in the box, so chance here to take advantage of that.
That's right.
As the timeout just about expires.
Yeah, it's been a good day. It's too bad we couldn't have pulled out a win in regulation here, but
yeah, still time for both teams. I mean, if you're Lourdes, you kill this off, and you got a little momentum off the penalty kill, and you can look to try to win the game too. I'm sure neither team's going to be happy with a tie here. Rochester made the trip up. They were looking for a win. And Eagan wants to maintain the record with just the one loss and no other blemishes.
Yeah, this is big for the Wildcats. This is the end in the first half of the season right here.
Yeah.
And so you want to go into Christmas with a good feeling here.
That's right. Off the draw. Here we go. 1 minute of power play, approximately, for the Wildcats in overtime. As Barger, good start here as they win the faceoff, get into the zone. Barger with it at the half wall, leaves it for Rees. Centered. Hits traffic though. Barger again to the point. Poplinski to the net. Deflected wide. 38 seconds left in the power play. Rees behind the net. On her backhand for Cronkite, and now Poplinski. She tees it up. Nope. Thought about it. Barger, or Cronkite rather. Oh, just off the outside of the net. She had an opening, Kevin. And still
yes,
in
she
the zone.
did.
Poplinski, 20 seconds left. Now Cronkite with it. Cronkite, high slot. for Barger, just off her stick. The puck was bouncing. And it comes to Lourdes and out of the zone. 10 seconds to go. One last chance maybe for the Wildcats. Almost a turnover there, but it's Cronkite. 3 seconds into the zone. Cronkite with it. Behind the net. Kronk still with it. We're back to 5-on-5. Referee in the way. And Barger on her backhand now. Cronkite. Rees in the corner. Still in the zone off that penalty, but it comes to Lourdes, stepping up to keep it in is Poplinski. And Kevin, keep an eye on a fresh Emma Schmitz just out of the penalty box.
That's true.
Poplinski, though, to the net, blocked. Poplinski again. Oh, we got a player down off that shot. Played down the ice as Allison Smith took a Brooke Poplinski shot. That's got to hurt. And they'll be icing here, I think. Yes, so chance for the Lourdes Eagles now in the Wildcat zone. Kevin, give Allison Smith credit there for stepping into that Brooke Poplinski shot, something I wouldn't want to do if I was on the ice.
No question. And, I'm just kind of wondering why Maddie Nickel played that puck there. That would have been an icing call. And so then we came back, and unfortunately, now we're going down to face off in our zone.
Was Maddie still in power play mode, perhaps?
Maybe. I think you're right.
Okay. Well, turned over here. Erickson gets it back for Stiff. Played ahead and down the ice, and they'll be icing again. 6:04 to go. Eagan fans not happy with that call, but
well, you see, it was deflected off the Rochester Lourdes player, so theoretically that shouldn't be icing, but they called it.
So back to Nichols right again. Going to be McKinnon on the draw against Dravis, and McKinnon, clean win for Erickson. Round the boards for Coleman. Back to Erickson. Played ahead. And out of the zone, Hansen there. Tied up. Now Erickson being pestered by Schmitz. Plays it ahead. But back come the Eagles. Race to the puck. Schmitz gets there. Guarded by Coleman. Tied up by Coleman now. And it comes to McKinnon. At center ice, good out headman rather for Hansen. Plays into the zone. Steered into the corner by Hansen. Forechecking is McKinnon. 5:25 to go in the third, or overtime rather. It's in the Lourdes zone. This is Ratzlaff. Comes to the Eagles, turned over. Cronkite, she's dangerous for Barger. Her shot deflected by Ratzlaff behind the net. Rees to the net. That won't go. Cronkite, as the Wildcats are buzzing now. In overtime, 5 minutes left. Cronkite for Rees. To the point for Poplinski. On the half wall, Rees at the dot. Shot. Saved by Hansen. Rebound is there. Steered out of the harm's way for now. Poplinski again around one player. Leads it to the corner for Rees. Cronkite, it's like a power play here, but it's not. Poplinski at the point. To the net. Poplinski pad saved by Hansen. Rebound again was there. Lourdes desperately trying to get out of the zone, and they do. They have the long change here, Kevin, and they're going to be caught on it. Lourdes caught on the change. Poplinski across the line to the net. Poplinski in it. Oh! Poplinski carries it end to end. She saw the line change and took advantage of it, and the Wildcats win on overtime score.
What a play by Brooke Poplinski. I tell you, she's done that 3 times today, and the third time's the charm. That's
Brooke
right.
Poplinski read that perfectly as the Wildcats win an exciting game 3-2 in overtime to send the team home on a happy Christmas break. Extra present from Santa for Brooke Poplinski on that goal.
I'll say, just undressed the defenseman there and just poked it between the legs of the goaltender. How exciting is that?
What a great way to end an exciting afternoon here at Eagan Arena. As the Wildcats go to break. And on that play, I think she just knew that she had the team caught in the line change.
She did.
And they have it's like the second period, they have the long change.
That's right.
You have to go across the red line, and they were caught. And Brooke, being the veteran, savvy, fifth-year varsity player, knew she could take it. and just made a great move on the defender and the goaltender.
That was just so fantastic that Brookie was able to do that. What a nice play.
So that will do it for Eagan TV's broadcast this calendar year. As we head into the Eden Prairie tournament on Thursday, we'll be on our regular YouTube channel as the Wildcats win a thriller. Kevin, it's been great working with you. I want Merry Christmas to you and Rachel. And
Thank you.
And we will
Same to you.
Yep,
You and Cindy.
And thank you. And we will see you next week at Eden Prairie and back on Eagan TV January 3rd. Good night from Eagan.